Hey everyone, today we got something different. Today we got Manticore. And yes, we are platooning. Yes, we rigging and we platooning. Obviously, when I play with Manticore solo, I would never get this kind of maps. Although, when I'm playing with Cloudy and Vilus, who's playing in DBV 152, and Cloudy in Leopard, we kind of have a rigged matchmaking and we're getting a beautiful Molinovka matchmaking. And in this situation, as you can see, I'm playing in Manticore, one of the best tier 10 light tanks. And I'm getting a perfect spawn, although we're gonna YOLO. We're getting spotted, enemy ABR pushing. And luckily, our teammates had a great aim, including DBV 152, with other guys. They straight away eliminating enemy ABR. It's down by one light tank enemy. Another one more likely sitting in casual position. And we got a really great and strong position taken. My teammate straight away doing the blind shots, and as you can see, some of the shields disappearing. So I would highly recommend to do the same thing. Even Art doing the same thing with the blind shots. Although, when you got this kind of game and you got a really decent platoon mates, who can really support you really well, you're doing some things like this. And unfortunately, we're finding out where is the DBV, and we're getting straight away shot for nearly 800. 758 been taken, and that was a bit risky for a biscuit, but in the same time, let's see it was worth it or not. DBV on enemy team trying to pick and push us, and now we are in a really big trouble because enemy artists can actually shoot us. While they shoot us, we can lose a lot of HP, which we need for the future. And at the same time, my artist can shoot, but so far no one actually supporting. So what we're gonna try to do, we're gonna bait him, and as you can see, I'm reverse picking. I would highly recommend the same thing because you have way better acceleration to run away. So I'm trying to bait him to push me. He's getting baited. I'm shooting one from the side. He's getting shot and tracked, and he's out from the game. And just like that, we took whole tank. Basically, we actually took already 2 whole tanks, ABR and DBV 1.2 from enemy team. Yeah, I mean, when you're getting this kind of maps, you need to be lucky, right? Usually I get this kind of maps only with the heavy tanks. Although we're trying to do a blind shot to enemy AMX, because more likely he was there, but there is no blind shot in touched. Very curious where he could actually be and hiding. So I'm gonna risk it and gonna try to pick and spot the grilly. From this bush I can easily do that with my camouflage, which is a 52% common netting with this standard equipment and standard setup, which is a mind-blowing camo net, which is more than enough, trust me, for this tank. And it works perfectly, although you can boost, right? You always can boost with better equipment, right? And just like that, we're getting spot for our allies on Object 268 and Leopard 1. And I think so they got no chance to survive that kind of situation. Although Object 268 get unspotted, which is really weird in my opinion. Apparently my TVS doesn't work properly. But no worries, maybe one day we're gonna get Bond TVS, right? Enemy Arta, as you could just see, was trying to do the blind shot to my bush where I was before. That is quite smart. But unfortunately we are not there, right? We got a keyboard. Enemy ABX still not spotted. Keep that in mind as well. Although he got spotted and he got only 101 HP left. So that's mean he got a lot of blind shots received. Which is great, right? So we basically eliminated a lot of light tanks. Just in the beginning. My teammates were doing blind shots to AMX and ABR got YOLO'd and he got killed. Anyway, we're trying to take out a Centurion AX from the game. We're taking him out. We got already 4 kills in total. 3 of them been made by our platoon. We got 3,500 spotting, and this is a small problem over here with spotting Grille, although Object 140... I mean, what Grille? Grille just disappeared. 1,800 spotting just like that. Haven't tension, Object 140 is in a really nasty position, although my art is gonna support me so well. I never seen this one before, but they're gonna try to shoot. And even they're gonna do only 150 damage and so on. They're gonna still shoot at Object 140. Meanwhile, our ally DBV 152 gonna try to get angle and shoot through the window. As you can see, he can do that without getting spotted. So he just need to hit a tiny shot to the back of Object 140. He's shooting the first shot. Unfortunately, he's not missing. Actually, he's missing. He's trying to get better angle and trying to give a shot. Another one for Object 140. I think so he can do that really easily without getting spotted. Can he do that? Can you see that? And direct shot to the back of the Object 140. Obviously, he's surprised what's going on. And that is our assistance as well. That is not DPV assistance, which is really interesting because DPV can actually see that Object 140. But anyway, look at that assistance from Artis. 17 seconds stun as well. Object 140 getting really nasty, shredded. Enemy Artis trying the best as well to support the Object 140. We're trying to snap the DPV 152. Easy shot, obviously. And our Artis taking out Object 140, which is a mind-blowing support from allies, which is honestly unusual, in my humble opinion. It is unusual. But at the same time, a huge and great support from our platoon mates. And we got already 7,000 with 1,300 damage. And that is amazing. Honestly amazing. And as you could see in this kind of setup, I was trying to use a standard equipment, which is standard CVS, standard CVS. Optics, a level 1 by the way. And exhauster. I mean, this tank is already strong with this kind of setup as well. Just keep that in mind. Also with the shells, we didn't load the gold as usual. And at the same time, I would highly recommend do not load any high explosions in this tank. Recently, we were watching replay. Someone shared a really decent, super decent Manticore replay. But he threw away the game just because he had 2 less standard rounds or premium rounds. The last 2 remaining shells was high explosions and the gentleman could not penetrate the last remaining tank. And that was a heartbreaking but great performance game. That's why I got only standard rounds. Unfortunately, we've been taken out from the game by IS-7. Although, I think so we did our job. We got 1.7 thousand damage visible. And we got a great 8.5 thousand damage. Overall, unfortunately, only second class, which is heartbreaking. But, what you can do? It's the best light tank at the tier 10, right? In my opinion. But, yeah, at least we got a patrol's duty, right? Team score, a great performance. Allies, Cloudy and Villius in DPV 152 and Cloudy in Leopard did combined nearly 7,000, which is a great support. And on top of that, there was a Judas 1516, not gonna name the name. He got a 5,000 damage, which is amazing. So, overall, we got 1.7 thousand by ourselves and 9,000 assistance in this game. And plus, on top of that, we got 28,000 profit, which is amazing. We shoot 6, we hit 5, we penned 5, and still got profit. And yeah, we got another beautiful map, as you can see. We got a Prokhorovka, and obviously it's rigged. And I can tell you, these 2 games were side by side. We had the one game between those 2, and Malinovka and Prokhorovka was basically side by side. I'm not joking. Probably I was just lucky. But anyway, in this game, it's gonna be a different story, right? We got Prokhorovka and there is a 6 light tanks, right? So you need to fight against enemy 3 light tanks. And at the same time, you need to fight against your 2 light tanks because they want a spot. Trust me, they want a spot. But once again, I got a quite good position, more on the right side. So definitely I will be first on to the position. So I will try to take the most easiest and most strongest probably push, which is, in my opinion, honestly, to take it's nothing. You probably 99% of the time you're not gonna get spotted. Trust me. Although T100, as you can see, tried to take the 1 line or E1 position, which is very dangerous, especially when there is so many light tanks. Enemy T100 going. Obviously, we can't spot him in 300 meters. Although he's still being aggressive. He's trying to take a very nasty position, which is, I don't know why would you do that, but although, unfortunately, he's surviving our FV missing the shot, which is heartbreaking, but although enemy MX 13015 decide to sit in the bush and actually shoot, that was a super weird decision, although he lost only half of the HP and managed to survive. I was thinking to shoot him, but don't forget, Manticore gun is not the best. I tried to shoot him, obviously I missed the shot, although I'm spotting FV405. And so far, if you have attention on the minimap, my both light tanks, including the T100 LT actually took the position in which one I was talking about is very dangerous. And now he's sitting on E1 and the other T100 sitting right next to me. So my decision was, I got a platoon mates, I got map control over here. Why would I bother and actually sit over there and try to steal, I don't know, half of the spotting? Which just make no sense, right? Then I noticed there is only one dude on the hill. So I immediately tried to rotate. I got the lion in the middle, so he definitely will support me. So I'm rotating back to Batchet and I will try to support him as much as possible, being lazy a little bit over here. So I did not take the easiest way from my base. I just drive next to the enemy. Anyway, I knew that I'm not gonna get shot at because this tank is very small, right? It's very small. And consumable is really great, as I already mentioned. And there is Manticore on enemy team who getting straight away spotted. And just like that, we retaking the hill. My Batchet run away, which is great, honestly great. So I can take the all assistance, which one I want. Just what we have to do is outplay enemy Manticore. And in this situation, we got so much support. Enemy Manticore getting spotted, he's getting shot, and he's getting killed. Hill is our. We got already 3000 assistance and 400 damage. I don't know how I am to spot Manticore. Maybe he had no TVS. Maybe he had no exhauster. I don't know. But once again, we retake the hill. And now it's just a standard game where we can just outspot enemy through the bushes while using TVS. And just sit here and farm as much as possible. At the same time, we can quickly go and talk about the field modifications. And if someone curious, I had, as you can see, everything on the right side. I wanted to have better top speed than engine power. Top speed is the top speed. You'll get it. Engine power obviously can work. If you get spotted, yeah, it's better to have better engine power. But at the same time, this tank is not the fastest one. So I went for top speed. The second one, I went for better dispersion. Because you got only 20 shells, trust me, you don't need DPM. And you better rather have better dispersion than DPM. Because you need to hit your shots. If you're gonna miss your shots, but you have great DPM, you're gonna run out of those 20 shells. Trust me, super quick, super quick. Trust me, I'm not joking. And the last one is reverse speed. I went for reverse speed. Just like that. Why reverse speed? Well, you see, I'm trying to pick every single time by reversing. And also, if you get spotted or something like that, or kind of situations, right? You need reverse speed to relocate and allocate as soon as quick as possible. Oh my god, FV 405 in our platoon just did one shot on Type 71. I mean, that's clearly why you need platoon mates while you're playing light tanks, right? But anyway, reverse speed is, for me, it's better choice in my opinion. Also, the second option is to get less stun, less high explosions damage and so on. I think so that is really good option. Really good option, but once again, maybe that option could work if you use turbo, but... Well, I used better reverse speed. But anyway, on the last two, I was using one on the left and the second on the right. Why so? Because one on the left is better concealment, so I increase my concealment. VF range is nearly 500 anyway, even I use the concealment. And the second one, it's between concealment of the moving enemy vehicles, minus 3%, but you increase by 3% to concealment of enemy vehicles behind the fuselage. Can't pronounce that one. But I choose minus 3% to the concealment of enemy vehicles behind the fuselage. Well, bush, basically. Because to spot people while they're standing is much more and way better choice than actually if they're gonna move. Overall, your TVS is gonna help you, and TVS is gonna definitely help you to outspot people who's actually moving, trust me. Well, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know down below in comments. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just wrong. I could be wrong. But anyway, we're pushing forwards, and there is a beautiful, poor platoon 1 of 2 E3s. 2 E3s in this map is not the best choice, trust me. Although, I think so if I would be E3, I would just push the hill. Not gonna lie. I probably would push the hill. But in this situation, we need to act quickly. We need to go YOLO. I know we're gonna get shots. We're getting 2 shots. Luckily, DPV low roll it. And we're still in the game with the 14 HP. So I distract the enemy. They're turning the tank. We're spotting DPV. Fully assistance in our pocket. Although we're sharing the assistance, unfortunately. And just like that, we're finishing the game with 7,700 assistance and 2,000 damage. But once again, I got a good news. Second class. We got second class again. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. Are you doing 11, 12,000? Or are you doing 9,000, nearly 10,000? It's always going to be second class. Maybe just because we, again, shoot 7 shots, 5 hits, and 5 penetrations. Maybe that's why. I don't know. So yeah, that was Manticore. Once again, one of the best tier 10 light tanks. Probably the best, actually. I enjoyed this tank. Honestly, if you got a chance to platoon with someone, it's the right way to play. Especially in light tanks, trust me. And it works really well. Especially when RNG of map rotation loves you. And as you can see, in that situation, RNG of map rotation was loving me. Malinovka and Prokhorovka in basically 3 battles? I think so. I'll take it definitely. Although, hope you like it and subscribe it. Thank you for watching and see you soon. GodPack is out. Bye-bye.